He fumbled for his flashlight, clicked it on the beam, cut a narrow wound through the gloom. Red dirt, dense vegetation, the suggestion of a path that wasn't quite a path. Then he clicked it off, let his eyes adjust, let the dark in. And the dark, it wasn't empty. It held shape to the left. The brush had parted, not broken, not trampled, just open. A gap in the vegetation, narrow and deliberate, like a mouth that had been waiting to speak, like something had made room for him. The air shifted, cooler, wetter. The faintest trace of pine and turned earth. The same scent from the dream, rising from the ground as though the forest had followed him here. As though it had been here all along, just off the road, just past the edge of the light, waiting. Wahmambo stepped toward it. The gap swallowed him whole. He moved closer. The flashlight beam crawled over the opening. A gap in the vegetation, barely wide enough for a man turned sideways. A footpath. The kind you'd miss if you weren't looking for it. The kind that shouldn't exist. But it did. And the curve of it, as it swallowed itself into the dark, was wrong in a way that felt right. The way certain trunks leaned over the trail, bent low like eavesdroppers. The angle of the roots cutting across the dirt. He'd seen this before. Not in waking life. In the dream, the same trees. Cold air pricked the back of his neck. Not wind, but breath. Something standing just behind him, just out of reach, exhaling. Every rational circuit in his brain fired the same warning. Wait for daylight. Go back. This is madness. But the pull wasn't rational. It lived below thought. In the chest, in the gut, in the hollow place the dream had opened. It was gravity, not metaphor. Actual gravity, bending toward the dark. The change was immediate, absolute. Beneath the canopy, the world behind him. The road, the bus, the city, all of it vanished as though it had never existed. No hum, no distant traffic, no life. Just the wet, breathing dark of a forest that had been waiting. Vines brushed past his shoulders like fingers testing him. Branches parted just enough. Not welcoming, not hostile, accommodating. As though the path had been made for him, for someone, for something. He glanced back once. The trail behind him had closed, not overgrown, just tighter, denser. The trees pressing inward like a throat swallowing. The road was gone. There was no road. There had never been a road. He kept walking. The path climbed, dipped, twisted into hollows so damp the air turned to mist against his skin. His flashlight caught ancient roots, thick as his torso, black and slick. Wet stone that looked like it had been placed by hand. And once, twice, 3 times the pale flash of eyes in the underbrush, watching. Not running, watching. Then the trees thinned. He stepped into a clearing and stopped breathing. The canopy broke open overhead like a wound and moonlight poured through. Not soft, not gentle, but surgical, bright enough to kill his flashlight. The grass below was silver-edged, every blade sharp and distinct. Shadows pooled in the hollows between roots, thick as ink. The air tasted of nothing, clean, cold, stripped of everything. He stood in the center of it and felt his chest crack open. Not pain relief. The kind that comes when you've been holding something for years and your arms finally give out. The noise in his head, the gallery, the critics, the champagne, the Herald reviewer's face, Moyo Munyuki's hand on his shoulder. All of it fell away like dead weight. Left only breath. Left only the ground under his boots. Left only the moon. He found a flat patch near a rock outcrop, set up his tent. His hands fumbled with the pegs at first, clumsy, urban wrong. But then something took over muscle memory from a life he'd forgotten he'd lived. Knots tied themselves. Canvas snapped taut. The tent stood like it had always been there. He lay back, moon still high. Stars so dense they looked like static. He crossed the line. He woke to pressure. Not sound, not movement, weight. A cold, living stillness pressing against his skin from every direction, as though the air itself had leaned in to listen. He didn't move, didn't breathe. Lay rigid in the tent, every nerve singing, and slowly, so slowly, unzipped the flap. 2 inches, looked out. It stood at the clearing's edge, large, low, built like something carved from the earth it stood on. Its coat was the color of dry riverbed dust, tawny, gray, ancient. And it didn't move so much as occupy space, the way a mountain occupies a valley. No sound, no footfall. But when it turned its head, the air thickened, went cold, went heavy. As though gravity had doubled in the space between them. Its eyes were deep, not dark, deep. Like looking into a well that went down forever. They didn't reflect the moonlight, they held it, swallowed it. Kind of stillness that belonged to stone, to altitude, to things that had been here before men and would be here after. They watched him, head tilted, measuring. Not the way a predator measures prey, hungry, calculating. The way a judge measures a man standing before him. What are you? What have you brought? Fear sat low in his gut, cold and dense. But beneath it, beneath the fear, something else. Something that didn't have a name. His hand moved, not away, toward, found the satchel, found the sketchbook charcoal. The fear didn't leave, it settled, like sediment in water. And what rose to the surface was something harder, clearer. He opened the book. Charcoal hit paper. His wrist moved fast, rough, almost violent, tracing the slope of a shoulder, the set of a jaw, the impossible weight of that head. Not fur, not detail mass. The way stone has mass. The way a mountain has mass, lines meant to hold what the eye couldn't. The lion stopped circling. It approached 1 step, 2, each one silent, deliberate. The ground not even whispering beneath it. Wahmambo's hand froze, breath caught in his throat like a fish hook. It came close enough that he felt the exhale, warm, dry, smelling of earth and something older brush against his knuckles. It looked at the page, looked at him, 1 beat, 2. Then it turned, walked into the mist at the clearing's far edge, didn't vanish, dissolved, like the fog had been waiting for it, like it had always been part of the fog. Wahmambo exhaled, long, shaking, fingers stiff, black with charcoal. The page was full of dust and pressure, every line heavy, every mark loaded with something he couldn't name. He hadn't been attacked, he'd been read. Dawn broke pale and thin. He sat by a cold fire pit, sketchbook open, and tried to draw what he'd seen. Page after page, curves, haunches, shadows, all dead, all flat. His old techniques, cross-hatching, perspective, the careful shading that had earned him reviews felt like children's tricks, paper masks over something that had no shape. The clearing couldn't hold it either. It only held memory, and memory was a liar. He needed to see better. He needed to stay.
The stream's voice was the only sound in the world. Wahmambo knelt on a sun-warmed stone, sketchpad balanced on his knees, trying to catch the way light fractured through the water. Not the surface, but through it. The way it bent and broke and reformed on the stones below. The city's hum was gone, replaced by a silence so complete it had texture. It pressed against his eardrums, it listened back.
The water runs cleaner upstream.
He looked up. An old man stood among the pines, hadn't approached. Just was there. The way a tree is there, as though he'd been rooted in that spot for 100 years. Face line deep as riverbed. Eyes the color of weathered slate, gray, flat, seeing everything and showing nothing. The water was cold, shockingly cold and sharp, like it had teeth.
Thank you.
Thank you. The man's gaze dropped to the sketch pad. He didn't
You
touch
draw
it.
the shape, but the
Didn't
water
need
has a
to.
tone. The mountain doesn't speak in words, boy. It speaks in weight.
He let his own cup fill, watching the stream with an attention that made Wahmambo feel transparent. Listen. The deeper note means pull, the faster splash means rock. It speaks in weight.